riding their motorcycles. I don't know who that man is in the corner looking the other way. He's got a new toy. I'm sure y'all have seen it. We have Diane visiting with us from Kaiser. I know a lot of you guys know Diane. Welcome, Diane. So this one is just a real informal group, just kind of talking about things that are up. But one thing I want to bring up, how many of you guys do step? You know, you count your steps every day. How many of you guys, you know, count your steps? There is something going on November 2nd, 2015 through the American Society of Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery. It's a fundraiser, but you don't have to raise funds for it. I thought, I'm going to try to get the initiative going here in the hospital too, and I want you to see if you guys would like to join in. Basically what it is, it's called United We Step. It's a national pedometer challenge. They're trying to break some kind of record and get 42 million collective steps in a 24-hour period. And everybody can, you know, you can sign in. So, I mean, it would just be kind of fun to see where you are with your steps and stuff. If you guys are game, I'll have Mary put the link on our website, and we can register, and we'll come up with some kind of a name that, you know, through the hospital here and through us, we can, you know, we can, you know, have a team, and we'll come up with a team name and put it out on the website. Would you guys be interested at all? How's everybody doing? What's new with everybody? You have to force your body past there. Dr. Yadegar and Dr. Tussaud, a couple years ago, they had done a talk, and one of the things that was called Weight of the Nation, and one of the things that Dr. Tussaud from Kaiser had talked about was that you actually have to push yourself past that limit, and you have to stay at that new weight. Do you remember that, Mary? It's about, isn't it a year?
3 years.
It's about 3 years to keep that weight.
Yeah.
This is your body's set point. You have to push past that set point.
Because otherwise, what he explained was your body always wants to go back to the previous
And you have to
set
force it
point
to
where
not
you've been
there.
the longest.
Right.
Once you've been at the new weight for 3 years, that's your new set point.
You know, everybody struggles, guys. Everybody struggles at some point in time. So we got to figure out how to get past the food issues, how to get past the I want to sit on my butt issue. My life schedule has changed. And our world traveler here. You know, this is a great place to be, because, you know, if we throw things around, you might be able to take something with it and go, I think we need to address a couple issues that we have going on here. A couple of you are really struggling with food. So my question, I'm going to open it up to you guys. What are you eating? You know what? I've got, and I'll bring some tomorrow. I've got some unflavored, and maybe you can try mixing it in, maybe with some soup, or even some chili. You know, you can do some mild chili, nothing spicy, and you can sprinkle some of the protein powder in that. If it's not hotter than 130, it's either 130 or 140 degrees. Oh no, don't. No. Oh no, I did that. It was bad. It was really bad. It was bad. Let me tell you my story about cottage cheese and protein powder.
Oh no.
The protein powder adheres to the curds of the cottage cheese and it turns it gray. And I was, oh gosh, I had just gone back to work. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna get more bang for my buck. And I had a packet of unflavored unjury. And I dumped it in my cottage cheese, and I mixed it, and it was like, it turned like a little bit lighter than Brad's shirt. Okay? It was really nasty, but that's all I had to eat. So don't. So you know what I'm going to tell you to do? Diane will be really proud of me. You need to get a book, a real pencil and paper book. You need to write down every single thing that you're eating. Just go to Walmart, go to Target, something like that, and get one of those old-fashioned composition books, you know, with a little speckle, and write down breakfast, what you ate, how much you ate, protein drink, how much protein, what protein was it, how many grams of protein was in it, what are you mixing it with? You don't have to mix it with water. Try something different. That might be part of the issue. You need to try something a little different. Almond milk, soy milk, cashew milk. I mean, there's all kinds of fake milk out there. Yeah, you're dumping. Yes. You know what it was? It was that all that fat in that cheese. Grease. The grease. Syndrome, that if you eat something that's too fat, too many carbs, too much stuff, it could cause you to dump. Sugar, that's what you did. What's going to happen if you don't work on getting your calories in, if you don't work on getting your protein in, you're not going to lose weight. Now the other thing is have you tried any deli meat, the chicken or turkey? Well, that's normal. You're not. Your stomach is the size of an ounce.
Right.
An egg. It's like an egg, a walnut. We're not really looking at calories right now. We want you looking at your protein.
Correct.
If you're a diabetic, remember, it's 60 to 80 grams of protein a day. If you're not a diabetic, your protein goal should be what, guys? 80 to 100 grams. But so you're gonna work up that way. You're just a month old. Lose the pizza, lose anything else, go back to your packet and re-look at it. You know what?
Yeah.
Have a little bit of tuna fish. Have a little tiny bit of salmon. A bagel was this big, not this big. What I want you to do, besides journaling your food, what I want you to do is I want you to get measuring spoons, measuring cups. I want you to measure yourself out a quarter cup. Okay? That's what you get, a quarter cup. You're done. Okay? That's your meal. Okay? You're going to have breakfast. You're going to have an egg. You may not be able to eat the whole egg. Okay? You may not be able to eat the whole egg. And then you're going to work and sipping on your protein drink in between. And then you're going to have lunch. Okay? You're going to have lunch. Okay? You're going to have lunch. It might only be something that big. You need to start introducing some food. Okay? And then you're going to continue on with your protein drink. And then at dinner, you're going to try, I don't know, maybe a little bit of chicken.
Right.
Try a little bit of chicken leg, roasted chicken leg. There you go. That's what you need to try. You need to write it down. This is what you had, and you need to write down. Okay, I ate half of my egg at breakfast. Okay, I had my protein drink between breakfast and lunch, and then you had your lunch. Maybe it was an ounce. Maybe it was a 2-ounce piece of fish, or it was an ounce of tuna fish with a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of low-fat mayo. Then you work more again on your protein drink. And then maybe you try a little bit of chicken leg. That's how you got to do it. It's not a lot of food, but you've got to work on some food. I think, as she said, I think that it's not uncommon to really look at, and I don't know if any of you old people, all you old people now, that you can say that visualizing what we used to eat is what you probably tried to eat mentally in the beginning, because that's what we have been programmed to do. So you have to allow yourself to have baby bits. 3 meals and your 2 protein drinks. And then eventually you would add in a vegetable at lunch or a vegetable at dinner. And it's scary for a lot of people when you're able to eat that half a sandwich. You're like, or maybe you can almost eat a whole sandwich. It's kind of scary. Someone told me, and I'll tell you guys, there's this website. And it's one of these, it's an actual bariatric tracker. It's called, let me see, it's called Bariatric. Baritastic. Bariatric. It's an app, it's a free app. So I haven't really played with it, but it's an app that someone told me about. Yeah. You have if you're at that stage. It's a goal to work towards.
Yeah.
And I tell people, as a matter of fact, when I do the pre-op class, and I did one today, I do, you know, our calorie goal should be what? 1,200 to 1,400 calories. The one thing I tell them is, I do not want you freaking out about the calories at this point. You're not going to get 1,200 calories. There are some days you're lucky if you're going to get 700 calories. Your body's not going to let go of the weight, it's just going to hold on to what you've got.
Yeah.
But you need to work towards that protein goal.
Slowly.
Yeah, the protein goal, and I tell people, especially in the beginning, the thing that you have to look for is getting the appropriate amount of protein. The calories are going to come, guys. The calories are going to come. Sadly, some calories that aren't so good are going to come with it. You know, the further you get out, the more some of those calories that really taste good but that aren't really very nice are going to come and visit you. No, that's called just stuck. Little too fast, and that's one of the things that gets people in trouble. And it doesn't matter if you're far out like me or if you're just out like them. You know what? If you eat too fast, it's the same thing. You're gonna have the same problem. You're basically just gonna force the food right on through. And one of the things that we have seen with a few patients is that if they drink with the sleeve, some of the sleeve patients, we have had a few patients report this to us. They've eaten and they've drank after, fairly soon after or during their meal, they have episodes of dumping. Yep. You need to drink up until that 15 minutes before, and you need to wait that half hour after because you're just sabotaging yourself. It's because you're not hydrated even before you get to your meal. When it's hot, guys, when it's hot out, you have insensible water loss. Sweating, just, I mean, it's things you don't think about. You know, you have water loss just through talking. You're eating more protein, so you're in basically probably what they would call ketosis, and you're burning fat. You know what? One of the things that you'll have to do after surgery is when you get to the point that you're eating food, it's one new food at a time. Just like when your kids were babies, you had one new food at a time. Oh, she's having a Lysol strip back there. But you do you're going to do one new food at a time, because if you eat something and it doesn't work, what was it that didn't work? As soon as you guys finish those classes, it's like the accountability goes out the window, because you had someone you had to answer to weekly to get on that scale. It was the same as when we all, I'm sure most of us in this room went to Weight Watchers at some point in time in their life. Going to Weight Watchers and having to get on that scale and face that patient, that person standing there weighing you, and you're like, but I'm going to tell you, those who do not reach out when they're struggling are those the ones that fail. You're not in this to fail. You're not in this to be left alone. You're in this to reach out and ask for help. And I truly believe, for most of us, writing it down keeps us accountable. As soon as you start going, well, that looks like a quarter cup, and it's like 2 cups. You know, you lose that focus on portion sizes. And I would bet you every single person that is further out that is struggling, that is something that they have lost. Is the ability, they just think, oh yeah, that's what it is. But it's not. It's not. It's absolutely not. And that's the thing, even early out, if you're struggling, let's see what you're eating. You know, I mean, after you see Dr. Yadegar, I would be more than happy for you to call me up and say, hey, you know what, I've been writing down everything I'm eating. Can you look at it? Is that whatever you're having for dinner, would it be awkward to pack that up for lunch for you for the next day? Do you have to go out every meal? Well, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I have, you know what, there's usually so much. It's like,
Right.
okay, what did I have 2 days ago that I can eat for, you know, for lunch the next day?
Sure.
So, you know,
Uh-oh.
you can actually get that salmon burger or turkey burger and eat an actual real burger, just eat half of it. Because you actually, and get the lettuce, get the tomato, get all those vegetables that are on it.
Mhm.
Because one of the things I learned from Liz at Kaiser was that when you like take the bun off, and I don't know if anybody else remembers this, you remember this, Diane?
Yeah.
Your actually calories go up a bit.
Is we're not getting the fat,
We're not having the
carbohydrate
balance.
and the protein, so we get hungrier faster
Mhm.
or not
So-
satiated long enough.
Yeah, but try doing half with all those vegetables on it and do a little bit of the bread with it. Just see.